Okay, so let us continue from where we ended from. So it was just a recap. So I was saying that on how to get the reference angle in the first quadrant, second quadrant, third quadrant, and the fourth quadrant. So we said a reference angle is just simply an acute angle. So in the first quadrant, since an acute angle is between 90 degrees and 80 and between 0 and 90 degrees. So in the first quadrant, our alpha will just be equal to theta. Okay. So now let us look at the nature of the three basic. Okay, so nature of the three basic trig function in each quadrant. So is the result a positive result or negative result? So yx. So this is our first quadrant and this is our second quadrant. This is our third quadrant. And this is our fourth quadrant. So in the first quadrant, all the three basic trig functions. So the basic trig function that I'm referring to here, it's tan theta, cos theta, and sine theta. So we are saying that in the first quadrant, all the three basic trig ratios here, they are positive. So that's A. So A, we are simply saying all the three basic trig functions, they are positive. Okay, so we are using initials A, C, T, S, acts. That is when you are going in the clockwise direction. So that is A, C, T, S. So in the first quadrant, we are saying all the three trig ratios, they are all positive. In the second quadrant, it is only sine that is positive. Then in the third quadrant is only tan that is positive. In the fourth quadrant is only cos that is positive. Meaning that in the second quadrant, cos and tan, they are negative. The result or the result of any angle theta here in this quadrant, tan and theta will be tan and cos will be negative, sine will be positive. In the third quadrant, it's only tan that will be positive. The value of cos theta and sine theta for any angle, it will be negative. Then in this quadrant here, it is only cos that is positive, meaning that the value of sine theta and tan theta for every theta, it will be negative. Okay, so that's it. Okay, so before we answer any tutorial sheet questions, let us also define the special angles. Let us define the special angles, the special triangles and angles. Okay, so special angles. So since you'll be solving trigonometric functions without using calculators, that means the angles that you'll be dealing with mostly will be special angles. You can't be given any other angles apart from special angles. So you'll be dealing with these special angles. So special angles, special triangles. Okay. So let me start with angles. So the special angle 0 degrees is a special angle. Then we have 30 degrees, the special angle. 45 degrees, the special angle. 60 degrees is a special angle. 90 degrees is a special angle. And also, so it will be 0 degrees, 30 degrees, 45 degrees, 60 degrees, and 90 degrees. Then 0 degrees, it can be broken down into 360 degrees and 180 degrees. So if you know the value of 0 degrees, definitely that's the same with the value of 360 degrees to be the same value of 180 degrees. Okay, so the value of 0 degrees is the same value of the 360 degrees and the 180 degrees. So that's why I haven't included those. So you need to take note that sine 0, so from here what we are going to define is 0 degrees and 90 degrees, because this you can easily get them from the special triangles. So sine 90 degrees is given by, is always equal to 1, so that means you have to know this by heart. So whenever I put a star, means memorize, or you should be able to recall this without using any calculators. Okay, then let's take what about cos 90 degrees. So cos 90 degrees is 0. So if you know sine 90 degrees, definitely you can even so if one is if one is so sine 90 is 1 degrees, cos 90 is 0 degrees. So you have also to make sure I remember this. Then what about 0 degrees? Sine 0 is equal to, so sine 0 is equal to 0, then cos 0 is equal to 1. So you have to make sure I recall this by heart. So as I was saying that if sine 0 is 0, then meaning that sine 360 and sine 180 will also be 0. Okay, cos 0 is 1, meaning that cos 360 will be 1. Cos 180, so cos 180 is in which quadrant? So that would be in the second quadrant. So in the second quadrant, cos is negative, so cos of 180 will be negative 1. Okay, yeah, so that is by identifying the quadrant. Then what about these angles here? That is 60, 45 and 30 degrees. How can we identify them? How can we get the value? Okay, how can we compute? In short, how can we compute sine 30 degrees, sine 45, sine 60 degrees? So look at these special triangles. The special triangles. So we have these three, they are just two special triangles. So let me say special triangles. So on these special triangles, the first one here is this one. So we have this side is 1 and this side is also 1. Then this is root of 2. Then here we have 45 degrees. Okay, so meaning that if we want to compute sine theta, where theta is equal to 45 degrees, using this triangle, you can just simply say sine 45 degrees is equal to, sine is given by opposite over hypotenuse from SOHCAHTOA. So sine 45 is equal to, opposite in this case is 1, adjacent is 1, okay? Because adjacent is subjected to two angles. So this is equal to, opposite is 1, hypotenuse is root of 2. Then if you rationalize this, you have root of 2 over 1. So you can easily compute all the angles, cos theta, tan theta, just using the SOHCAHTOA from this triangle here, because 45 is a special angle. Then another type of the triangle is this one, which has two angles. So this side here, it is 60 degrees. Then this is root of 3, this is 2, this is 1, then this is 30 degrees. So if you are computing for sine 30, you treat this as our adjacent. If you are finding sine 60, you treat this as our adjacent. So the adjacent can be this side or that side, depending on the angle that you are dealing with. Okay. So I think this information is enough for us to answer some questions here. So I'll use this tutorial sheet from the University of Zambia in the year 2022. So this one. So we have this tutorial sheet from the University of Zambia